Hi, everyone. This is Waleuska Lazo, and I am the founder of the Gratitude Experiment, or FMTG course, which stands for 5 Minutes to Gratefulness. And I have with me one of the FMTG students, and her name is Channita Pack from Cleveland, Ohio. And she has taken FMTG a few times, and she's an artist helping people heal and being their authentic selves. How wonderful is that? How are you?
Hey, I'm well. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. So I have you here, and hopefully we have hundreds of people watching. And
hey.
And I just wanted to chat a little bit about, your thoughts as to how gratitude, and more specifically, the system of FMTG, what kind of impact has had on your personal life and maybe even in your professional life.
Okay, well, I would say the FMTG has helped me. First, I got to say, this is like my fourth time doing it. And it just keeps helping raise my vibes, as they say, raise my vibration.
Your vibration.
And yeah. And what's really helped me, what's really happened is that I'm learning to be unapologetic for being blessed. That's what it is. I've had the tendency over my life to feel guilt or shame over, things just going well for me. And I like being in the community and reading other people's stories. Because it's just helped me to see, like, no, that's good to focus on things going well and things, going not so well, and just expressing gratitude for them. As far as how it's helped me in my personal life, right before we got on this call, it allowed me to have some compassion in the midst of my anger towards my dad. And that, trust me, that means a lot. That means a lot. I've had a lot of resentment, and instead, a couple of exercises we had, a couple of days, I noticed my dad kept popping up, like stuff kept popping up around him. But to be able to, after yelling at him, to be able to sit and show compassion, and then feel grateful for the fact that, I have my dad. So that. Yeah. All right. I don't have any tissue around me, so I'm not gonna cry.
No, and I think that's a beautiful part of gratitude, that it helps us put things in perspective. It slows our stress response. And we can take a step back and really, be the observer rather than the reactor. And we realize that, sometimes it's not about us. And that's where that compassion comes in. And I really like that, because that is one thing that I think every person encounters at one point or another in their lives, where they have to, kind of look at the situation from a different perspective if they want to heal, if they want to move forward, if they want to have better relationships. You can't hold the anger all the time. You have to be able to just let it go. And I think that FMTG teaches that.
Yeah, it does. And it's, I will admit there are like a couple of times, well, maybe this is what helped me also going through it the fourth time, is I have a better understanding of something that you wrote as far in one of the days, in regards to like letting go of the ego. And like, there is that question, like, well, how in the world can I be grateful for that? This bad experience that happened. And I was able to look at like all these things. Yeah, this is what you touched on. All these things help shape who I am today. Pretty much like myself. So I was able to feel gratitude for like, oh, this is the lesson I got out of that.
Exactly.
This is why I'm this way. And I actually like this, this about me. Oh, yeah. So thank you for that. Because I will admit, like I said, I went through the whole how in the world can I express gratitude for that? But looking at it at a different perspective.
Yes. And I think that's, you nailed it. A lot of people will say, how can I feel grateful for something that hurt me? for something, for, that person that betrayed me, or whatever it is that people go through. And my contention is that, we can't change the event, but we can change the emotion that we attach to the event. And that's the only way we heal, right? So you go back in time, and instead of focusing on, that emotion that was so hurtful, you learn to see it from a different lens, right? You apply, okay, what lesson did it teach me? What came out of it? What good could possibly come out of that? And, I'm pressed to tell everyone, if you go through the exercise, you will always find something to be grateful for, even in those experiences. Right?
It's true. And what you just said about if you go through the exercise, yes, because look, apparently, first of all, I just warn you, I'm a talker, so you don't have to cut me off.
Okay.
But I like apparently it puts me in a space where I must talk about it often. I don't know how I'm talking about it. I'm just talking. It's normal for me. Like, it's become such a normal process for me that when I talk about it, I'm assuming that the people around me know about it. And but it makes them curious because they're like, wait, what is this again? What are you doing? I'm like, oh yeah, 5 minutes before you get out to bed, right? Yeah. So, it definitely affects, it definitely sets my mood for the day. And even when I get hit with something, definitely will help bring me back. I now look forward to, I notice I'm more intentional with reading it before I go to bed, like reading the lesson the day before. Whereas before I probably wasn't. Sometimes I would, like, in other words, like for me, seeing the benefits of it, I saw like, okay, no, even if I'm very, very tired, I have to read the night before so that I'm, prepared for when I wake up in the morning, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And, and that's what you're doing. You're creating a new habit. And there will be times, every time that we're learning something new, we're going to find resistance at some point where we're either too tired to do it or too busy, to do whatever we need to do. And I tell my students, when you're busy, when you're tired, or when you think you're too happy and everything is perfect and you don't need your FMTG, that's when you need it the most, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a way of life. It's like brushing your teeth every day. Well, you got to prime your body every single day with gratitude, because that's what you're doing. 5 minutes in the morning primes your body for the rest of the day, right? You get out of that bed a new person. You're going to look at the world through new eyes with a new heart, and that's what gratitude does.
And for me, I don't know about like any other people, but for me, it's become like something that's fun. I have to have fun. Nice. And it's because, especially like the 2 o'clock thing, the whole thing is like just stopping. Okay, for anyone who's familiar with Islam, which I used to like, in Islam, you have to pray 5 times a day, right? And so there was a time which I used to practice Islam like 5 times a day. And the 2 o'clock thing I like because it brings me back to like, there was a time when I had to stop what I was doing and do my prayer. So the 2 o'clock thing I really like, because I actually get excited about it for whatever reason. It's just,
that's so nice.
It's just I don't know. It's just fun, and maybe like it lets me know, maybe because since I am a people person, it makes me know like, okay, there's some other people right now doing the same thing that I'm doing.
Exactly. And just for the people that are watching us that may not know what the 2 o'clock is, we try to teach our students that, yes, it's 5 minutes in the morning, but at 2 o'clock, regardless of where you are in the world, all together, we know, we put it on our phones, on our alarm. And at 2 o'clock, you get a little reminder that whatever you're doing can stop. You don't necessarily have to completely let go of whatever you're doing, but it's just a quick reminder at that moment to breathe and to, quickly close your eyes and just express gratitude for something or someone at that moment in time. And again, it's a wonderful connector. It connects you back to the whole process of being grateful.
Right.
Yeah. And I like what you said that, at 2 o'clock, there's probably hundreds of other people expressing that gratitude at that same moment. It's kind of neat because you feel part of something bigger than yourself.
And can I tell you that the little alarm on my clock came in handy, because one time I pulled up into Whole Foods. This is I think it was like last week or the week before, and I'm so used to whenever I go, I can go right in. I never have to wait outside, and because because of the quarantine and stuff, now social distancing, sometimes there will be a line outside now, which I never get. But I pull up, and there's a long line, catching attitude. I'm like, and then my alarm, the 2 o'clock comes, and I park, and I actually, I feel good because I express gratitude to the fact that, but I don't have to go in here. I actually have food. I'm just coming in here out of habit. And so it kind of saved me. Like, okay, yeah, I can go home.
Nice. Yeah, that's very nice. And Channita, if there are people watching this and they haven't taken a course, what would you tell them?
Take the course. Take the course. Take the course. I would say for me, especially this go around is fun. Actually, after I did it the first time, I loved it because it just, I felt like I saw so much more to be grateful for than I thought. And well, let's put it this way: if you really want to allow yourself to feel better, take the course. If you want to allow yourself to feel better about yourself and your life and your circumstances, take the course. It's costing you your time.
And it's 5 minutes. It's that easy.
Right.
It's 5 minutes a day. I agree. Thank you. That was beautifully said. I would like to end with a
thank you.
And here it says that gratitude is the best medicine. It heals your mind, body, and your spirit, and you attract miracles in your life. Isn't that what a beautiful thing? Thank you so much for all your help and support. And for those of you who are wondering about the FMTG, you can find us at waleukalazo.com/The Gratitude Experiment, no spaces. And the course runs every 6 weeks. We have a new class. Come and be part of something bigger than ourselves and connect to other, people that come together to express gratitude for their daily lives. And it's just a wonderful, supportive environment. Wouldn't you say?
Yes. And in my opinion, this is a step. And this is how you change the world.
I agree.
Really.
Thank you so much. Beautifully said. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for creating this for us. I appreciate it. Really.
Thank you.